Hey man, what it is, this is Deem and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. There go to Cash App, $ Deem by any means. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $5, $10, $1,000. It's much appreciated. Everybody who be showing love, everybody who be sending me bread, sending $2, $3, $10, $25, $50, $100. I appreciate all y'all support, man. I couldn't do this stuff without y'all, and I wouldn't be doing it without y'all support. Um, Amen, man. Only be with the girls that you could get before you got money, my guys. When will you learn? How many celebrities have to get took into divorce court? How many offensive linemen and defensive linemen have to retire before y'all start understanding this? All money does is attract all the wrong people to you. Money don't attract who you need in your life. Money attracts everything you don't need in your life. If you couldn't get that bad chick before you got money, you should never take her serious. You should pick her up in the bins, take her out, do whatever it is you do, delete her number. Never take her serious because deep down, she's not taking you serious. She's taking your money serious. Lou Williams just said this on a podcast. And even admitted that he was guilty of it, that once your brand stops, they will leave. He said he was the captain of the tricking team. Don't let your accomplishments give you an inflated ego on who you are, because your attractiveness level doesn't change because you got more money. The way she looks at you changes because you got more money. If she didn't think you was that handsome before, you could get your teeth done, you could do whatever. It's still not going to make her feel like you're that guy. Because if she's a dom piece, she's going to be attracted to the dom piece men that she knows she can get. So even if you are, let's say if you a guy and you a 5, but you get some bread, get your teeth done, work out, now you a 7. That means nothing to the girl that's a 9 and 10, because she's been dealing with dudes who was already naturally 9s and 10s any damn way. That's who she's naturally attracted to. Why? Because that's where she's at. That's what she can attract. Because those guys are attracted to her. They not the super pretty dudes. They know they don't have to deal with a 4 or a 3, broke or not. They know they would never get a woman that's lower than a 7, lower than a 6.5. Never. Just on them being attractive, broke or not. Hey, fellas, stop getting an inflated ego about your bread, my guy. And I've been telling y'all this. This is why I don't listen to dating coaches and people like that be on YouTube and all this, that, and the third, because the reason why you don't listen to them, because a lot of these dudes wasn't getting girls until they was out of school, they was out of college, they was already making money being doctors, lawyers, whatever it is that they do. But it doesn't change how women think, though. You doing better in life just made you more visible. But you was invisible prior to that. If you was invisible prior to that, you can't give guys advice that's been visible their whole life from elementary school on up. And this is why guys like djakademiks and kaicenat, why they're dealing with the things that they're dealing with, because they're trying to get girls that they could not never get if they didn't have the status and the money in their pocket. djakademiks is not the most handsome guy in the world. You stay where that's not, you having more money is not going to make you sexier to a woman, because this is the part that guys just fail to realize. You can be a dude that's not that attractive, but wind up getting some bread and think you could get the dom piece. You can get her. The problem is, what happens when the guy that got bread that she's actually attracted to want to deal with her? You got money, he got money. But he's a dom piece, he's a 9, you're a 5. What do you think is going to happen? It was your ego that made you think you was something you weren't. You're supposed to take that bread that you getting and then go find a wife or go deal with the women that you feel as though you could actually have a chance at, whether you had bread or not. and then you splurge on them because then they will praise you. They will put you on a pedestal, not the girl that you couldn't get if you didn't have money. You're basically paying for her attention. You're basically paying for her. You're peacocking. That's what peacocks do. It works well for birds in the jungle, not so well for human beings. Kaicenat, you 5'3", bro. You got to even. You're not even an ugly guy, but you're 5'3", my guy. You got to walk around this world knowing that half of the women are not being genuine with you because we know more than half of women are not attracted to short men. All the money in the world is not going to change the fact that you are 5'3". What happens, Kaicenat, when you're in her phone and then Anthony Edwards, the basketball player, is in her phone? What happens then? Y'all both got bread. Where do you think she's going to, where do you think she's going though? And I know, guys, see, you're not a man until I know this is too real. And you're not a man if you cannot accept these things. You getting bread doesn't change the fact that you're 5'3". And if she's a dime piece, you're still not going to be her first option because she don't have to deal with you. You're not the only guy in her DM that got bread. What if you and Drake want her? Kaicenat, you the number one streamer, he the number one rapper, but we all know where she gonna go, right? Stop having it because this inflated ego makes you have bad decisions and thinking you more of that bull than you actually are. And then you get upset when you're exposed. Then you get upset. Now, Kaicenat was telling the truth about the young lady that she was an exposer. But my thing is, why is you surprised that, girl, you think they actually like you, my guy? That's the part that I have a problem with. DJ Academics, you think she actually like you? You thought that? You're an idiot. You should be doubling back on the girls that kinda liked you when you didn't have nothing that you couldn't quite get. Double back on them. Don't start trying to go for Holly Berries. You're not going to bag Angelina Jolie. You're not Brad Pitt. And they could say, well, Jay-Z got Beyonce. Look at first of all, you don't know Beyonce history. Second of all, look at everybody Beyonce dated prior to Jay-Z. Jay-Z is literally paying for her, for real, allegedly. But the problem is, even when you compare that is an anomaly, Beyonce and Jay-Z. And Beyonce did that more for her business social status. Why? Because Jay-Z was the number one rapper. She was the number one singer. And at the time where they both was interacting with each other, they both was on top of their game. So I think it was just as much business as anything. But them IG models ain't damn Beyonce. They're not thinking about all of those things. Generational wealth and blah. They don't have nothing to offer that Beyonce has to offer. Beyonce is not going to deal with a guy just based off of him being very handsome. She's not going to do what Nicki Minaj did. She's Beyonce. Do you know her image would be destroyed if she did what Nicki Minaj, if she married somebody like Nicki Minaj married? Beyonce was so popular that she had to date somebody that was in the limelight, that was well respected, and that would be where it would feel as though that they are lucky to still have Beyonce. Look at Jay-Z. He's rich. He's the number one rapper. He's lucky to still have Beyonce. She still controls the power in that relationship. Because we all know Beyonce can get somebody else that's just as rich as Jay-Z and look better than him. She is capable of doing that. Jay-Z, you know who else knows this? Jay-Z understands that part. That's why he does so much bigging her up and featuring on her songs and making sure that he know what he got to do to keep that around. But Jay-Z accepts what y'all don't accept. Jay-Z ain't walking around trying to stunt on his chick. No, if anything, he bigs her up. Jay-Z know he couldn't have got Beyonce prior to this. He alludes to that. And then you got to think, man, DJ Academiks and Kaicenat, y'all not, Kaicenat's funny, but DJ Academiks, you're not the most charismatic person in the world. And this is me giving y'all real game. This is me not hating on you or nothing. This is me telling you why these things are happening. Because only you couldn't see it. Everybody else around y'all from the outside looking in, I could call that a mile away. DJ Academiks, you don't have no charisma, my guy. You're out of weight. I mean, you're old, you're out of shape. You're very emotional. You got a lot of things working against you of why women would not be attracted to you. You're not the most masculine guy. You just have a lot of money and influence. That's it. So they're going to treat you as such. Adam 22. You're going to get treated like Adam 22. Kaicenat. You got to deal with little girls or very tall women because they are the only women that truly accept short men. And y'all be like, Dad, Dean, that is crazy. Have you ever noticed you'll see a 6'1", 6'2" girl and she'll be with a 5'4" guy? For some reason, super tall women like short dudes for some reason, or very short girls, they accept it. But we talking about the average height woman, the average women, they're not dealing with it, bro. They are not attracted to little men. It's in their brain. They have done studies on this, on why that is. They can't even help it if they want to, bro. They can't even help it. It's a neurological thing. So, man, fellas, if you learn anything from Dean, man, like who likes you. Stop going after people you cannot attain. Stop chasing people you can't get. Stop chasing people that have no interest in you unless you are doing something for them. Because when you are no longer able to do that, they will leave. And you done based your whole family, your legacy, your funds, your last name, everything to this person because she bad. Her being bad is fine. You could have got the nookie. Get the nookie and get off the way because you understand that she's not literally there because she likes you so much as a person. You won't get finessed this way. You can have the same money as the Shamar Moore, but you're not Shamar Moore. Y'all remember Tyson Beffert back in the day, Calvin Klein dude when we was younger? You can have as much bread as him, but you're not him. You got to accept that you ain't the most handsomest guy. You got to accept that you ain't the tallest guy in the world. You got to accept that you're not the most masculine man in the world. And then operate off of that because you do got your bread and your influence and certain like those things that play in your factor that other guys that are in your situation, you'll be above them. And they would have to accept the average chubby guy that's not charismatic, that's in his mom's basement, that like to stream, but he's not DJ Academics. He has to accept that he's not DJ Academics. He can't get the girls that DJ Academics can get. DJ Academics wants to get the girls that the basketball players are getting. You're not a basketball player, though, my dude. So y'all know what this is, man. Dean, by any means. And I holla at y'all.